And I think what we need more of is compassion, understanding, and empathy. And I also believe it's important to, regardless of uh, whether there is an oppressor or an oppressed, to acknowledge hurt where it exists and in whom it exists. And I think men are hurting overall. So I don't use the word toxic masculinity because I also think it's become enmeshed with identity politics.
Imagine a world where your darkest moments, your addictions, your breakdowns, your behind-the-scenes meltdowns are handled quietly, discreetly, and never see the light of day. That's the world elite crisis manager Jed Wallace operates in. But right now, Blake Lively is threatening to crack it wide open. In a stunning legal maneuver, Lively is accused of using her lawsuit not just to prove her own claims, but to rip through the protected client files of Wallace's firm, Street Relations. And it's not because those people are part of her case, it's because she thinks they might be. According to court filings, Blake wants names. She's demanding a list of Street Relations high-profile clients spanning from 2023 to the present: actors, directors, private citizens, anyone who may have sought help from Wallace. Her legal team argues this information could show a pattern, helping her build a theory that she was the target of an organized smear campaign. But there's a problem. The clients she's targeting for information have nothing to do with her lawsuit. This isn't just about a courtroom win anymore. This is about tearing through the firewall protecting Hollywood's most vulnerable, and the fallout could be irreversible. And yet, it's only the beginning. To understand the firestorm brewing, you need to know the players. Blake Lively is suing multiple parties over what she claims was a covert character assassination effort. Allegedly a digital smear campaign orchestrated behind the scenes. One of the names she's dragged into the chaos is Jed Wallace, a top-tier crisis strategist whose firm, Street Relations, specializes in cleaning up the messes of Hollywood's elite. But Wallace isn't your average PR rep. He doesn't spin headlines. He builds entire support systems for high-profile clients dealing with addiction, mental health struggles, or public image disasters. He coordinates treatment, manages communications, and works with studios to ensure these celebrities can meet production demands without their personal problems becoming public spectacle. Confidentiality is the lifeblood of his business. Lively's issue? She claims Wallace might have used his resources to fuel a smear campaign against her. But instead of presenting concrete proof, she's trying to subpoena a list of everyone Wallace has ever worked with, looking for patterns, searching for a smoking gun in a haystack of private pain. Wallace's attorneys say it's a dangerous overreach. Lively, they argue, is using the court system like a crowbar to pry open files that were never meant to be seen, just to support a theory she hasn't actually proven. What Blake Lively is demanding isn't just unusual, it's unprecedented. Jed Wallace isn't some gossip blogger or social media manager. He's a behind-the-scenes fixer, trusted by celebrities and studios alike to handle the kind of crises that could ruin careers. Substance abuse, mental health breakdowns, and PR disasters are his domain. And the only reason anyone works with him is because he promises complete discretion. But now, Lively's legal team is demanding access to his client list, not because those people are part of the case, but because she suspects that if she can look at who he worked with, maybe, just maybe, she'll find similarities to her own situation. In legal circles, that's called a fishing expedition, and it's exactly the kind of tactic that's supposed to be blocked by court protections. Wallace has pushed back hard. He's offered to describe the types of clients he works with, actors, directors, private figures, and even explain the services he provided. But he refuses to name names, because once he does, that confidentiality is gone forever. And in Hollywood, once trust is broken, so is your career. If Lively gets her way, it won't just be Wallace on the line, it'll be every star who ever relied on him. Inside the courtroom, this battle is getting uglier by the day. Blake's legal team insists that revealing Wallace's full client list is critical to uncovering a potential pattern. A shadowy web of influence and online manipulation allegedly linked to Street Relations. But Wallace's attorneys say that's pure speculation wrapped in a privacy invasion. The back and forth has gotten so heated that their email exchanges have taken on a sarcastic, almost mocking tone. One lawyer even color-coded their responses just to drive the point home. At the center of this storm is a deposition scheduled for July 9th. Blake wants Wallace grilled on topics that would force him to reveal his entire client roster. His team says no way. It would violate confidentiality agreements and irreparably damage his business. They've offered compromises, like anonymized client descriptions, but Blake's camp won't budge. What's more, Wallace isn't even a therapist or doctor. He doesn't offer medical advice, he assembles teams, builds recovery plans, and keeps things moving quietly in the background. His power lies in his silence. If the court forces him to speak, it could set a dangerous precedent, not just for him, but for every high-profile name that's ever trusted him with their reputation. What Blake Lively is chasing isn't evidence, it's a hunch. She believes that if she can force Wallace to name names, she might uncover a pattern of other celebrities who allegedly faced the same online treatment she claims was used against her. But the problem, none of these people are named in the lawsuit. They're not defendants, not witnesses, just possible puzzle pieces in a theory that hasn't been proven or even formally presented in court. Wallace's lawyers argue this is a massive overreach. They say Blake is trying to turn Discovery into an excavation site, digging for something she hopes might exist. And the danger of that approach, even if the names are disclosed under confidentiality, leaks happen, rumors spread. The court filings even acknowledge that in tight-knit circles like Hollywood, secrets don't stay buried for long. And if those secrets involve addiction, rehab, or mental health treatment, the reputational fallout could be devastating. What Lively sees as an investigation, others are calling an invasion, a move that could destroy not just Wallace's career, but the fragile trust between celebrities and the professionals they turn to in crisis. If Blake Lively succeeds in piercing street relations confidentiality, the consequences won't stop at this case. The moment Wallace is forced to hand over even a single client name, it sends a signal to Hollywood. Your secrets are no longer safe. Future actors, musicians, or producers who find themselves in crisis might think twice before reaching out for help. After all, what's the point of hiring a crisis manager if their confidentiality can be torn apart in court? Wallace isn't just protecting his business, he's protecting the system that allows high-profile figures to seek treatment and stabilize their lives without ending their careers. His work is delicate, often involving multiple layers of support between doctors, therapists, and studio heads. The agreements he builds are based entirely on discretion. Lively's insistence on pushing past those boundaries isn't just aggressive, it's risky. Her lawsuit is no longer just a legal battle, it's becoming a spotlight aimed directly at the shadows of Hollywood's recovery machine. And even if she finds what she's looking for, the collateral damage could be enormous. The question now is, will the court protect privacy, or will it crack open the vault and let the chaos spill out? At this point, many are asking, is Blake Lively fighting for justice or reaching for revenge? Her legal campaign has taken a sharp turn from proving harm to aggressively dismantling reputations. Without concrete evidence, her approach seems less like strategy and more like desperation. Instead of building her case around facts, she's trying to reverse engineer a narrative, one that could only work if she finds someone, anyone, whose experience mirrors her own. Wallace's team says she's searching for a pattern that doesn't exist. But if she keeps pushing, dragging unrelated celebrities into her storm under the guise of discovery, she may permanently damage careers that have nothing to do with her. Even worse, she risks becoming the very thing she claims to be fighting against, a force that weaponizes whispers, invades privacy, and destroys by suggestion. There's a reason confidentiality is sacred in crisis management. If that trust is shattered, the damage won't just fall on Wallace, it will ripple through Hollywood, chilling future collaborations and scaring off clients who need help. Lively's pursuit may win headlines, But if she's wrong, the cost will be more than just legal. It'll be reputational ruin for everyone in her path. In the end, this legal fight might not be about proving guilt at all. It might be about control. By targeting Jed Wallace's entire client history, Blake Lively is doing more than trying to connect dots. She's sending a message. No one is untouchable. But that message comes at a cost. If the court allows this fishing expedition to proceed, it will set a dangerous precedent, one that could make private crisis support a legal liability. And here's the irony. Even Blake's team admits that Wallace denies any wrongdoing. No digital hit job, no covert operation, nothing that would justify dragging unrelated celebrities and private individuals into a legal mess they never signed up for. So why press this hard? Some say she's trying to shake something loose, anything that might make her theory stick. But if you peel back the layers, it starts to look more like a scorched earth campaign than a lawsuit. One designed to force disclosure, ruin reputations, and dismantle a business built on trust. Whether or not she wins in court, the damage may already be done. And as more insiders watch this unfold, they're asking, if Jed Wallace isn't safe, who is?